I went to one of the lowest ranked games in the World Cup, and I can confidently say it is the most expensive sporting event I've ever been to. And I went to PSG versus Bayern last year. Also, don't mind the setup. If you knew my current circumstance, this is literally the best I could do. I'm pretty sure I spent double the amount that I spent at the PSG versus Bayern game. The ticket prices are so high that I can't even consider going to a knockout game anywhere in the near future. We're at the quarterfinals at this stage. If I did go to a knockout game, I'll be living off scraps, and the only thing I'd have money to afford is gas, because I wouldn't be able to afford anything else. Let me tell you what game I went to. I went to DR Congo versus Uzbekistan. The game was so poorly rated on social media, it was getting called the game.
They call it the game.
Never a good sign. It was a good game and it was a good experience, but many things about my experience made me angry at this bald man running FIFA. Ain't no way this is the best prices someone can get. Ticket prices are ruining three things for us fans: the atmosphere and the other two things that are on the same lines, not gonna lie. But first, let me take you through my experience during the day. What? I'm literally about to tell you right now. So I started the day off at Publix because I wanted to buy a pub sub before I went to the game, because I didn't want to buy food in the city or the stadium because they be taxing like crazy, and I totally didn't end up doing that. I got a pub sub and 2 drinks for like $15. One thing about Publix, like, hold up, I got a side complaint real quick. Why does the pub sub line take like a million years? I thought it was like Subway, and to be fair, it is like Subway, except they take a third of your life. I don't know why they do that. Just make the damn food. Like, what's going on? Maybe it's something I don't know, man. I don't know. After eating half of my sub, I rushed over to ATL, found parking for $20. That was at least like a 20-minute walk from the stadium. Not too bad because I'm gonna be at the Fan Fest earlier anyway. Fan Fest is 10 minutes away from the stadium, so I go to the Fan Fest for a couple hours and head to the stadium. This is like 1 o'clock at this time. Game starts at 7:30. First thing I do whenever I park my car, I go try to find a Congo shirt as soon as possible. I don't want to get nothing that looks bad anyway, because I'm pretty sure the jersey I bought was off right anyway. I ended up finding a vendor. It was this nice Ethiopian lady. She gave me a Congo shirt for $45. It wasn't too bad. I was gonna buy one regardless, so I get my fake jerseys for cheaper than that, but real jerseys cost a fortune, so 45 is not bad. But they were blasting this AI Congo chant or something. Let me play like a couple seconds of it. I can't play too much because it's copyright strike. Isn't that insane that AI music is copyright strike? That's crazy. Only thing I bought at the Fan Fest was like $5 Powerade, nothing crazy. And then 30 minutes before the game, I ended up heading towards the stadium. I ended up getting stopped by a vendor to buy one of these African net sponges. You're probably thinking, how can you add that to the total? It's a realistic experience. You gotta take it or leave it, right? Now it's time to enter the stadium, where I was struggling to get my phone out my pocket to find this ticket. Not gonna lie, I thought I got scammed because I did get my tickets from StubHub. No sponsor, by the way, but apparently I just had to transfer my ticket and it was all fine. It was like $421 after tax. Then I went to go find my seat. I was so happy to even be in a stadium like this, even though I've already been to that stadium a couple times. And before I found my seat, I was really interrupted by my stomach, and now all of a sudden I'm hungry, and then I had to go get some tacos. You gotta understand, I don't know what came over me to buy those tacos. They were mad overpriced. 2 tacos for like $10 with a Sprite. I regret it so much. It was low-key a ripoff, but who cares? I'm at the World Cup. All the rich niggas here, I should have got more. I enjoyed my experience, and after that, I went home. It may not seem like much, but you gotta remember, this is the worst ranked game for that match week. There was no other game that you could have went to that was cheaper than this. To put it in perspective, whenever Congo won, they qualified for the round of 32, and they went against England, and the prices for the top seats were double the prices of the bottom seats that I had. Don't even get me started whenever Messi came to ATL. Overall, did I have a good time? I did. I definitely did. Did I have the best time I could have had? Most definitely not. Remember when I said the atmosphere was ruining games? I wasn't necessarily talking about the fans that go to the games, because they're gonna cheer no matter what. My concern is that how many people see this as just another event or something to get out the house. If you asked me to switch my seat that I had for $50 while I was in that stadium at halftime, I'll take it in a heartbeat. Because the people I was sitting next to gave me a damn headache. People I sat next to had little passion at all. I was sitting next to 2 Australians and their 2 wives, and I think there was another American guy along with them. He definitely knew the most ball out of all of them. He didn't know a lot, but compared to them, he looked like gold. I was just trying to enjoy my newfound Congolese experience at the World Cup Stadium, but these guys, holy! These guys would not start chirping in my ear about some nonsense that I can't even remember, not gonna lie. It's been like a week or 2. You could tell these guys were wealthy, or at least 4 pockets full, because they did not have a clue what was going on. They would make outlandish assumptions about what was at stake during the game, which ultimately made my experience worse. I'm not gonna lie. When Uzbekistan scored first, they were all jumping out their seats, but whenever Congo scored, now all of a sudden they want to turn around and give me high five, say, you did it, you did it. We're going to the round of 32. No! They're patting me on the back saying good job. It was kind of belittling, to be honest. Another thing is, one of the guys were consistently blocking my view. This really has nothing to do with them. It's really about the stadium design. So I had to stand up for most of the game, which I know European fans do all the time anyway. But you gotta understand, this is an American crowd. Like, the culture aren't the same. One of their wives had no care in the world that they were at a game at all. It's like you couldn't pay them to know what game they were watching right now. I'm not even bashing her for not enjoying or even being immersive in the World Cup experience, but why are you at the game? How about that? If you're not gonna watch the game, why are you there? You're just taking up a seat from someone else. There will be millions killing for that seat. And I guess you don't know what you have until YouTuber
comes and calls you out about it. Yeah, I'm calling you out. You got 24 hours to respond. Let's see what you do about it. As the competition goes on, the ticket prices get more and more absurd. You could buy a decent amount of Love is Rage 2 albums with these ticket prices. You could rent an apartment for almost a year in America, or you could pay off 10% of Harry Maguire's wages. Trump's hand's also in the pot, so there's not really much you can do about it. And even though this World Cup has been actually pretty good, not gonna lie, I can't stand for this, so I need to get enough subscribers by the next World Cup to go talk to Infantino myself and do something about this. So subscribe now.